This is my review of My Hero Academia. Okay, so when I said in the last review that I did that this episode was going to be interesting with the whole intern thing, I wasn't really wrong. I mean, for the most part, we didn't really see that many of what was going on with the internships, but we did see one notable one in Sue's, and that's what the majority of the episode was. So for the most part, we've just seen what we've seen up until this point, the various heroes kind of mentoring the various members of Class 1A. For example, we see the Tetsu and our old pal, what is his name? Kirishima, I want to say? Yeah, Kirishima. I am bad at this. Okay. But anyway, we see Kirishima and Tetsu working with their hero, and then Gunhead obviously is teaching Uraraka some grapple moves and that kind of thing to try and teach her self-defense and self-combat and that kind of thing for her hero job. But for the most part, it's mainly focused on Sue. And Sue's is interesting. So, Sue having a water amphibian-based quirk, decides to work with the pro hero Selkie and his sidekick Sirius. Two of which have very unique quirks that work well together. Quite well, in fact. So while they're working on maintaining the boat, and they get a call from the Coast Guard who tells them that they caught some stowaways and that apparently some materials went missing from a nearby boat. So Selkie and the Oki Mariner crew go out to go look for them. And Selkie tells them all to stay behind and look while he goes to check it out with some of his strongest men, which Sue is a little kind of apprehensive about because she wants to help and help get experience with being a hero, but Sirius tells her not to, and that she needs to have faith in the captain, and then also tells her that she needs to find out what she needs to be a hero a little bit, and mostly throughout all this, Sirius is just giving her advice that she needs to follow, so that way she knows what to do when the time is right, and she does. It comes up later. And then Selkie and his crew go to investigate the ship, only to find out that the villains in charge had actually anticipated that they were going to show up and trap them in a fishing container on the fishing boat that they were stowing away in. But unfortunately, because Selkie's quirk enables him to use echolocation and enables him to make clicking noises because his quirk is Spotted Seal, it works well with Sirius's other quirk, Good Ear, which enables her to hear supersonic frequencies that other people wouldn't normally be able to hear. And he uses his clicking to send her a coded Morse code message that only she can hear. So they go find the actual boat, and it's at this point where they have a run-in with the villain Innsmouth, who is supposed to be a reference to the Lovecraftian monster of the same name. Is interesting, but Innsmouth, after realizing that heroes have arrived and are about to basically give away his entire position, captures Sirius, and after finding out that Sirius's little fins on the side of her head are actually earphones, tries to make Sue call off the search so that way he can lay low and smuggle the drugs into the area that he had stolen. And Sue, in this moment, realizes what it means to be a hero and realizes that she needs what it means to have faith in in Selkie. So instead of giving an all clear like Innsmouth wanted, she instead tells them that they actually did find the villain responsible. At which point, Innsmouth goes completely berserk and attacks both Sue and Sirius. And Sue is mainly just biding for time, waiting for Selkie to show up and kick Innsmouth's ass, which he eventually does, and swoops in to save the day. And and is able to basically one-up Innsmouth despite Innsmouth blinding him, which doesn't work because of echolocation, so he knows exactly where Innsmouth is even though he can't see. And it's amazing. And after they bring in Innsmouth and his crew, Innsmouth being tied to a pole because of his quirk, which is octopus, and therefore his limbs go everywhere if he's not restrained. Afterwards, Selkie gives his okay that Sue is going to be a great hero one day, and that the Coast Guard should look forward to working with her again. So clearly, she's gotten the literal seal of approval. I mean, that pun pretty much writes itself. You don't need me here to make that joke. It pretty much writes itself. I mean, but yeah, it was interesting seeing an anime exclusive villain, and a pretty cool one at that. I mean, he was mostly motivated by greed, but he looks amazing because he looks like an octopus, and that's kind of cool. And it was interesting to see Sue realize just what she needs to be a hero so that she can actually do her job when the time comes and become a hero and get her license. And I'm presuming that she's eventually going to wind up working with Selkie again when she finally does become a pro hero and gets her license. So we'll see how that goes. I'm assuming that's going to be a thing. I'm assuming that's going to be a major thing. But anyway, I think that's really it. So it was mainly just Sue learning what it means to be a hero while also seeing her tackle I guess, drug bust of some sort. But yeah, it was an interesting little episode, a little side story, but we're going to be getting back in the action next week. But for right now, I think I'm going to leave this here. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this episode of My Hero Academia, then be sure to let me know in the comment section down below or over on my Discord server, link in the description. And also, be sure to check out my Facebook and my Twitter in the description below if you guys want to keep up to date with what's going on with the channel. And also, check out my Patreon description below as well if you want to help support the channel. It's only a couple bucks a month, and it really helps me out, so I would definitely appreciate it if you did that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!